All right, today we are doing Chapter 7, Section 3, and we're going to be talking about the patterns in special products. So our first special product is a plus b times a minus b. And that one is actually a plus b times a plus b, so you're multiplying it twice. A minus b times a minus b. And if you forget the patterns, you can always FOIL them out. It's just an extra step. This is here to kind of make your life a little bit easier. So, first one is if you have a plus b quantity squared, square the first term. Multiply the two terms together and double it. That's where the 2ab comes from. Square your last term. If you were to FOIL it out, you get the exact same thing. But if you recognize that as a special perfect square, it makes your life a lot easier. So, same thing if it's a difference. Square the first one, multiply the two together, double it, square the last one. So for my examples, I have x plus 5 quantity squared. Square the first term, x squared. X times 5 gives me 5x. You double it, and you get 10x. 5 squared is 25. Let's talk about 2x minus 3. 2x squared gives you 4x squared. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. Double it, and you get negative 12x. Negative 3 squared is positive 9. So, if I were to do this one, 3x squared is 9x squared. 3x times 4 is 12. Double it, and you get 24x. Square the last one, and it is 16. Piece of cake. It's a lot easier than FOILing it out. So here we have a perfect square as well, because it's the same thing multiplied by itself. 5x squared, 5x times 5x. 5x times negative 2y is going to be negative 10xy. Double it. Negative 2y times negative 2y, positive 4y squared. Make that look more like a plus and not a t. And we're done. That's all there is to the special cases. So let's go ahead. Let's do a couple more together. Square that first term. Multiply your two terms together, 7x, double it. Square your last term. Hit pause. Try the next three on your own. So the next one, whoops. Their handwriting is much better than mine. I'll let theirs go. 7 squared is 49x squared. 7 times 3, 21, double it. You get the negative 42. Negative 3 squared is 9. 4x times 4x gives you 16x squared. 4x times negative y, negative 4xy, double it. Negative y times negative y. 3m times 3m gives me 9m squared. 3m times n is 3mn, double it, 6mn, n squared. All right, the sum and difference. These are not perfect squares because if you notice, one of them has a plus and one of them has a minus. What happens is if you FOIL these out, those middle terms cancel. So if you were to FOIL this, the outer inner terms cancel out, and you're just left with the first and last terms. So a times a gives me a squared. B times b gives me b squared. I'm sorry, b times negative b gives me minus b squared. So these ones are really easy to do as well. because they look exactly alike, except you have one with a plus, one with a minus. T times t is t squared. 5 times negative 5, negative 25. And again, if you forgot this special pattern of the special foiling method, you could go ahead and FOIL everything out and you're going to get exactly the same answer. 3x times 3x, y times negative y. All right, so we're going to use our special pattern to find the product of 26 times 34. Well, 26 is 4 less than 30, while 34 is 4 more than 30. And that's why this one works out. So 26, think of it as 30 minus 4. 34, think of it as 30 plus 4. Well, same numbers, one has a plus, one has a minus. That's going to be the same thing as 30 squared minus 4 squared, which is 884. If you've ever noticed some people can do math really fast in their head, it's because they've really mastered some of the understanding like this. All right, take a second. Let's just do 5 through 7 on your own. 5 through 7 on your own. And if you want to challenge yourself, think about number 8. Hit pause. When you're ready, hit pause again. All right, that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed.